So we're continuing to look for the right pet that we're going to hatch with. This one has proven striker. But it has a mediocre stats. This is perfect stats, but it doesn't have the it still has a fail talent, but every one of the dark hounds in the kiosk don't have two perfect talents. So I'm just gonna hatch it and see what I get. And I got another. Oh wait, no, this is the death egg. The last egg I hatched was balance. This one's still called an otherworldly egg, but it's a death pet, so we're gonna train this pet up and see what it gets. But yeah, now I have a good base, and I can self-hatch this. I can self-hatch to keep. I can self-hatch now, and I can like train it up. Right, I'm just gonna look up some talents. Like, so it has critical striker and critical hitter, from what I remember, and then it has life bringer and like right here or something. Yeah, so if we compare the Lifebringer is below critical striker and critical hitter, so Lifebringer should be around here. Lifebringer should be around here. These two are the critical talents and Life Assailant. The pet doesn't have Life Assailant because the pet I hatched with only has Lifebringer. It doesn't have Assailant. So this pet has Lifebringer, critical striker, critical hitter. I want striker and bringer, so we're gonna train it up. So this is the first Dark Hound I've gotten. It took me like two hatches to change the base, and that's because there's like a 50% chance of getting the pet from the kiosk if you're using the same tier of a pet. What I mean by tiering, what I mean by tier is that some pets are harder to acquire, some pets are stickier. So there's pets that are sticky and pets that are hard to acquire, and so oh yeah, that's good. We got striker. And there's kind of like proof. Well, not proof, but I'll explain the tiers. So the stickiest pets are basically the pets that you get from a shop. You can buy them from like Wizard City. You can buy a unicorn pet from a shop, or you can buy a piggle or a myth bat. Those pets are very sticky, and you don't want those pets because they're very sticky. Since those pets are sticky, it's harder to get rid of those bodies, and usually those bodies are very bad because they don't give any special cards. For instance, a Wizard City pet from a shop, it doesn't have any spell cards, so it's not gonna be that useful to have that pet body. Whereas if we, so that's why usually the shop pets are very bad because they're sticky and they don't have a good card. Sticky as in you'll just get the same you'll get the same pet back even though it doesn't give a spell card. So I got Mighty, which isn't that good, but we have a good pet body and we have good stats. So now we just need to hatch this Darkhound with one of my other pets that I could make that will have like spell proof, spell defy, triple crit, and life bringer. So we just need to improve the pool. So in order to do that, I'm gonna take the pet out of the Kookaburra that we hatched from our Storm Wizard out of the kiosk. I mean out of the bank, but first I need to dump all this pet energy onto it, or else it's gonna be wasted. So I need to dump this pet energy somewhere else. So yeah, I'm just gonna burn this pet energy and then retrieve my pet from the bank, because whenever we take a pet out of the shared bank, we lose all our energy. So, but yeah, I'm very close to creating my freshly cooked pet, because like there's no life pet there's no life damage, life crit pet that has the body of a faint pet. There's no pet like that in the kiosk unless you search very hard. It's very hard to copy that pet. So I'm making a critical damage spellproof spell defied pet with a faint body and life damage from scratch. I'm making it from scratch, which is gonna be an impressive achievement, and I'm getting a good base and good stats. So yeah, I guess this is just a way that I'm just demonstrating how people like me will organically make new pets. Like there's kind of like different types of pets, and like the two types of pets that I kind of generally talk about are like one type of pet is a pet you can copy from the kiosk. It's very easy to copy triple doubles from the kiosk, triple double pets. Whereas if you're trying to make a new revolutionary pet, you're gonna have to like make it by stitching different pets together. But yeah, we are pretty lucky that it got critical striker. It could have gone critical hitter, which is bad, or it could have failed. So I'm pretty satisfied with getting one good talent out of two. So on this wizard, I was planning to self hatch. I wanted to self hatch the two the two opossums. Yeah, I wanted to self hatch the two opossums. So I guess I wanted to hatch Luna, Prince Luna, and Stinky Harry because they both have very good stats, and these two, Optio Bandit and Luna, have the same pool, so it's better to hatch the higher stat one. So self hatches are very cheap, so there's a big advantage in self hatching. The interesting part is I have alright. The interesting part is like I have two pet bodies. I have these opossums and I have the dark hound, and I also have a kookaburra. And the interesting part about it is that whenever you hatch different pet bodies, it's hard to guarantee that you get the pet body you want back. So it's like if I want the Dark Hound back, I can't guarantee it, but because of the pet tiering, you can basically make the probability more likely that you'll receive a certain pet base. For instance, if I hatch a dropped pet with a kookaburra, the school kookaburra, we're more likely to get the drop pet back because the drop pet is stickier. So that means we're more likely to get the Dark Hound, which is good for me because that's the body I want. So things are gonna work out with the pet. I mean, it's gonna work very quickly. So I have Life Assailant. One of the epic talents is Life Assailant. One of the bringers is here. Yeah, so this one's critical hitter, right? I don't want critical hitter. I want Life Assailant, Life Striker. I think this is Life Assailant, Life Striker, Critical Striker, one of these two. Then we have Life Bringer. So yeah, Grim Kali has the right talents. Has the right 4 talents, the triple crit and 1 damage. So then I just need a manifest Spellproof and Spell Defy, and then I can stitch it together, and then I can hatch that with the Dark Hound. So if I'm looking at the stats, I improved the stats. It has 254 and 247, whereas Prince Luna had 253. So I increased strength by 1, since I hatched with Stinky Harry that had very good stats. Okay. The 2 pets that I hatched, they had Lifebringer, they had Life Assailant, and they had Critical Hitter. So there's a good chance the pet succeeds at team, and there's a decent chance by a duel it'll have a Critical Hitter. But I'm just gonna keep like smashing the 2 pets together, just so eventually there's a probability it'll manifest Life Striker, which I haven't manifested, which is a talent I want. So then I have like Life Striker. So then I'll have Life Striker on this pet, Life Bringer on this pet, and Life Assailant. And then I'll have Critical Striker from the Dark Hound. So that's 4 out of 6 talents. And then I just need Spellproof and Spell Defy. And I'll hatch those 2 talents from a different pet. So I got Lifebringer, that's good. It didn't get Critical Hitter, which is since I didn't want Critical Hitter. I'm just looking at Stinky Harry to see what parent pool it had. Sergeant Luna has Spellproof and Spell Defy, which is a good sign for me, because that means I could potentially manifest Spellproof and Spell Defy. Sergeant Luna. Sergeant Luna's on a different wizard. Okay, yeah, it's on my life. Okay, never mind. I thought it was Prince Luna. What a clown. Prince Luna, okay. I'm just writing down notes for safekeeping, so. I feel like I've been training so many pets, I've been running out of snacks, except for the mega snacks, because I succeeded in my pet that I was training to mega. I succeeded with it in 2 hatches. The penta damage, 5 damage plus mighty. I succeeded in 2 hatches from an ancient and an epic base. I got the first pet failed at Addle, and then the second pet succeeded at mega. So I still have a lot. So I still have a lot of mega snacks that I didn't need to use. such as these fancy yogurts or these cantaloupes or golden wheat breads. I need 4 more. I need to train him 4 more times, but I can only feed him 3 times unless I wait 4 minutes, so I feel annoyed, but whatever. God dang it. I really have to burn a Mega Snack on this. I really have to burn a Mega Snack just because I don't want to wait 3 minutes. You got critical hitter at all. That's not what I wanted, but that's just how the math is. So I can self-hatch this pet. Lifebringer, critical hitter. I can self-hatch the Lifebringer, critical hitter pet with something. Or it has the same manifested pool as Stinky Harry, so if we look at Stinky Harry, yeah, once we train it up, it has a good chance of getting Life Striker, Critical Striker, Assailant. So I could train up one of these 2 pets. Like I could train Kali up to Ancient and see if it gets a better talent, and then I can self-hatch. Because if it gets 2 out of 3 good talents, then it'll be a safer base than 1 out of 2. It has Lifebringer, Critical Hitter, but it has a high chance of failing, since Prince Luna and Stinky Harry only have Bringer, Hitter, and Striker in the pool. I mean, Assailant manifested, but... But we made a little progress because we got another base. Like this pet, we can train it to Ancient since it's a duplicate, basically. And then we can self-hatch and manifest the other talents. And then we also got the Dark Hound on the other wizard, so we're getting closer to getting the perfect pet.